The third and final week of the preseason is here. A fourth exhibition game is a thing of the past. It's the Cardinals and the Vikings, and it comes your way next on Madden NFL 24.
A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at US Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Today, the third and final week of preseason action, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Arizona Cardinals taking on the Minnesota Vikings. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with you, and now we sit, CD, at week 3 of the preseason, and this is the one that the coaches probably think is pretty valuable, right?
Certainly. This is the dress rehearsal. This is the one where your starters are going to play. You might even game plan a little bit more than you do with a normal preseason game, and then you've got to decide, do you bring them back after halftime and get them going again in the third quarter so they're ready to go in the regular?
The ball on the tee, we're set for football. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. Now Greg Dortch going to bring it out of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. Leading them out, he played 5 years at the University of Houston, threw for over 100 touchdowns. The rookie Clayton Tune.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. And Tune to throw it now. A short one here, caught by McBride. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
The completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th.
Defensively, you really can't script the start much better. You get a 3 and out and a sack.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. They kept him short of a first down on 1st and 2nd down. And then on 3rd down, they pick up a sack. What tremendous momentum for them to start this game.
Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down.
Taking it about the 36.
So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
For every rookie prospect, there are always nerves involved in this moment. Running your team out to start a game. But there's a reason they brought him in. We're willing to make him their starter today. They believe he can overcome those nerves and lead his team to a victory. We saw him do it at the collegiate level and really make himself into a leader and someone you can envision doing the exact same thing here in the NFL.
Now a 2nd and 10.
From the shotgun, a give to Jones.
And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. A gain of just 1. 3rd and 9 here.
Operating from the gun, McCarthy. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory. Now this is where field awareness comes into play. He's getting perilously close to his own goal line, and after that sack, backed up to his own 2.
Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Now the veteran workhorse. Here's James Conner.
And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Back to throw now in his own end zone. And that will be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. And he'll take it on this side of midfield. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position, 1st and 10. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he powers through the first wave, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage.
Boy, you go 3 and out on your first drive, and that's not the way you want to start this drive either. Doesn't seem like they're really into it just yet.
No, first 4 plays, you don't want to call it a disaster, but not looking very sharp. To throw on 2nd down, McCarthy. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. They get 14 there. 1st down, Vikings.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Up the middle, Jones. Strong running at the 30. A nice move he had, but can't break away. And he's brought down just inside the 30. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Looking to throw. McCarthy. And this is going to be incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Back to throw. McCarthy. Oh, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down. Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. This one from 46 yards out. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good 3-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. But the football back in the hands of the Arizona Cardinals. They're still in search of an initial 1st down as they come up here 1st and 10.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down.
Sacked by Andrew Van Ginkel.
Well, they've got the lead, but it's certainly not a big one. And how do you keep control of that lead? Certainly not by that last play there. They gave up a big sack on the first play of this drive. Now it's double the distance to the 1st down marker.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
Now a throw here, hauled in.
And the Vikings are going to beef up their secondary here. 6 DBs on 3rd.
Now Tune.
And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
He'll look to set up his blockers. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has, really. They come up here now, 1st down. Off the play fake. McCarthy drops it to Jones in the flat. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that will bring up 2nd down. Looking to throw. McCarthy. And that one too wide and incomplete. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun. McCarthy. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. They begin on the ground here with Connor. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field of the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They run behind center with Connor. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. But let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3-3-yard gain.
In trouble, and he's taken down. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd.
Well, how about this? A fistful of sacks already. We're not even out of the 1st quarter yet. What an incredible start for this defense. If they keep this pace up, they could be looking at an all-time performance.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Looking to throw, Tune. And that is incomplete.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Pulled in at the 24. He stiff arms him. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. McCarthy. This one swung out here to Jones. 2 yards on the pickup there, and that'll bring up 2nd down. An inside give to Jones. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards there, 1st down Vikings. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a halt. From just across the midfield stripe, here's a 2nd and 8. Back to throw. McCarthy. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. Looking to throw. McCarthy. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else, ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
2nd and 10. Here's Tune.
Looking downfield for Jones. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Boy, that ball's just hanging up there waiting to be intercepted. That looked doomed from the start, but they took the deep shot anyway, and fortunately, it winds up incomplete.
Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
Caleb Evans coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th.
And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Taking on the midfield logo. Oh, some strong running.
Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards.
And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. A give to Jones. And he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
Well, that run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
They get 5, and it will go ahead and move the chains.
There are a lot of different formulas to winning football, but one constant over the years, winning on 3rd down. That pickup there was big because they had struggled throughout this one.
Oh, they'll run it here on the jet sweep.
Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not,
well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. McCarthy.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Operating from the gun, McCarthy. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. Back to throw again. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. Well, they've gotten it down to the 3, but now this is 3rd and goal. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Touchdown! T.J. Hockenson from 3 yards out. And the Vikings are able to add on to that lead. Well, down in this part of the field, CD, they'd love to get him the football, and right there, a little pitch and catch for the score.
Yeah, and he's such a weapon when it's that close to the end zone, and they love being able to rely on him to make those kind of catches. Talk about trust, talk about confidence, and he produces.
A try here for the extra point. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told.
And it was T.J. Hockenson who finished the drive with a touchdown reception. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that
Touchdown, Cardinals!
Zay Jones,
76 yards.
and the Cardinals are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
And they just ran the fly route there, didn't they?
You broke it down perfectly. He ends up catching that one and taking it all the way into the end zone.
Well, thanks. It was pretty simple to break down, though. I mean, that's just a guy going, running on the go route, making a play.
Speed,
Kills.
speed, speed. And what does it do?
It kills.
There you go.
Prater for the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. And after the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
Taken at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Man, confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
(10-7) our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
As they've got it as we resume action.
The give is to Jones.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now credit Chris Barnes rushing in there and hitting him for a loss.
Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped, but what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket, and ends up spilling it for a loss.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. I like the fact that they didn't overcomplicate things on that call. 3rd and 2, just run the quick little hitch, which they did. Ball's out of quarterback's hands, and yes, indeed, they pick up the first down.
Here's Jones. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35.
So from the 37, here's a 2nd down and 9.
Looking to throw.
McCarthy.
Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
This offense so far on third down, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be third and a mile. Operating from the gun, McCarthy. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up fourth down.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3-and-out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Out comes Zay Jones with the rest of his offense as they take the field. He's up near 100 yards now here in the second quarter, but his team's down.
Through no fault of his own. I mean, what a nice game he's having so far. They've got to keep finding ways to get him the football. Don't get away from that. Figure out where things are going wrong with the rest of the team.
He'll be hoping to hit that 100-yard mark on this drive.
Connor going to get it again on second down.
Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd-and-1 situation.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
That is caught, and he's got some space here. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Well, they only needed a small gain on third down. They end up getting over 30 yards.
He scored their touchdown earlier, and this had a chance to be another. This secondary scrambling for answers, looking at each other, trying to figure out who is going to put the clamps on this guy, because right now he's absolutely shredding them.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Connor up the middle. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. They'll stay on the ground with Connor again. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
A yard all they need, but it's third down. Throwing, Tune. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
That close on third down, I think everybody probably expecting a run. Instead, they go to the air on 3rd and short yardage.
I realize this is a passing league, and they're liable to throw the ball on any down and distance. But that short, I do question the call. Run the football and pick it up.
And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. And defensively, they were ready for that, a full-on blitz on 4th down, and they stop him short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw. McCarthy.
And he couldn't square up to throw there, and it falls incomplete.
Had to pass there, 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, Cardinals. What a run, 79 yards on the punt return. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. A lot of times they want this guy just to try to flip field position. He flipped it all the way into the end zone.
Yeah, the rule of thumb is, can you pick up 10 yards? That's getting a first down. Instead, he takes it all the way and provides a big spark for his team.
Prater on to add the extra point. And that makes it 14-10. Well, we know he has home run hitting ability in the punt return department, and he showcases it there all the way back for 6. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field.
Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Off play action. McCarthy. He's got this one complete to Sherfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Operating from the gun, McCarthy. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Operating from the gun, McCarthy.
That ball nearly intercepted. The rookie had his hands on it but couldn't pull it in.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Looking to throw. McCarthy. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
He saw the pressure and he got out, but he never got upfield. And the defense, they took full advantage of a rookie mistake there. They were able to add a big loss on the sack.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright.
And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Out comes Zay Jones with the rest of his offense as they take the field. He's up over 100 yards, has the touchdown. He's a big-time receiver in this league, so the question becomes, how do you limit him going forward?
Well, you know the guys trying to cover him, they haven't had a whole lot of success thus far, and while they will still accept the challenge, maybe you have to change your focus. You have to get after the quarterback a little bit, disrupt his timing, because right now it feels like pitch and catch. Make sure he's not able to have clear sight lines to him, and maybe that'll slow him down.
And this is not the guy you want to let play pitch and catch. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. And this offense on 3rd down today, it's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
Here's Tune to throw it.
And that will be incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Back to throw. McCarthy. Under pressure, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
We've already seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is, because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over.
Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drop.
There he goes, left side. Shoves him aside. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It's a gain of 34. What we saw there, that's what we know that he can do. He can break tackles and turn them into big runs, and that's what he did.
And what is the buzz phrase nowadays in football for a guy like that? Contact balance. The ability to go through trash, come out the other side, avoid and run through contact, and keep your balance.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Tune.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Tune going to throw it.
Staying on it, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Give that sack to Harrison Phillips, the big man.
I'm starting to wonder if this offensive line just simply doesn't like him. I mean, they've given up 6 sacks in this game. He's had nowhere to go, nowhere to run, and obviously nowhere to hide.
And all those sacks in the first half, this is just complete domination.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. Well, it's no secret. That's why they have him return punts. He has the capability to take them back, and he did so there.
Nwangu now from his end zone.
Pushing his way through.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
And the Vikings now heading on to the field. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. McCarthy.
Complete. Jefferson the target.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
On 1st down, McCarthy.
Into the hands of the rookie Jordan Addison.
And he's going to be dropped quickly right there at the 48, a couple yards shy of midfield. 17 yards, 1st down, Vikings. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. On 1st and 10, McCarthy. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Operating from the gun, McCarthy. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
Fair catch taken right at the 10-yard line. Here's James Conner now as he trots back onto the field. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. Screen pass to Conner. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
And this pass rush has really been bringing the heat and has already gotten home a few times here in the first half. So how about the play call there? Sometimes if you can't protect, you've got to fool them. Screen passes like that can take a little steam out of what's been a relentless rush so far.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Throw left side complete. That's Conner. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. They'll look to throw again.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
This is taken at the 23. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And out will come the offense as they take over.
The Vikings going to take over now late in this first half. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive.
Throwing on first down. McCarthy.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted.
And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown.
Now, the offense, they had really not been able to mount anything yet on that drive, and the defense made sure they couldn't mount anything. The interception and the return adding 6 to the scoreboard.
And that's no small return for a linebacker partner. He took matters into his own hands and his legs on that pick. And once he had it, I don't think anyone on the field could have stopped him.
Now Prater to add the PAT. And the lead is up to 14. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. And after the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
And the Vikings going to take over here one more time before the half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And this is going to be dropped. Oh, my gracious. There was no one in his area code, but he could not hang on to it.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
A lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9. Looking to throw on second down. McCarthy. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. A final shot before break. McCarthy. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A final shot before break. McCarthy. He's going to throw one up from the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. Week 3 of the preseason is here. Everyone wrapping up their exhibition schedule. No games for the league on Labor Day weekend. And then it all begins. The 17-game regular season gets underway on the Thursday after Labor Day with the NFL kickoff game. In our game,
Coach,
expect to see the starters for at least one more drive. Something to look forward to as we get you back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. Now the Vikings offense set to go to work to begin this third quarter. Well, the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense has thrown at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. McCarthy. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
It's so important to tackle well against these guys, but you and I both know that's easier said than done when the guy you're trying to tackle looks like this guy.
It's usually going to take more than one man to get him down, and it did right there. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They'll run it with Jones. Fights through him. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 69 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. McCarthy. Escaping the pressure right. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's 2nd down. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. On the delay, Jones. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the 1st down. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need them to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. They start with a give to Connor. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football, because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage.
Here's 3rd and 6. And Tune to throw it now. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On 1st and 10 is Connor, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that, got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big pickup of 38.
I think we already know that this guy's going to be ready when they ring the bell for week 1. That play, almost routine for him, but still nice to know that he's still got it.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Off the play fake. McCarthy.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, McCarthy. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete. And here's Ryan Wright now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. He gets this away as he'll wisely, I'd say, angle this to the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Arizona's offense back out and ready to go. The third quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now, those extra plays or plays they haven't run that'll be effective and get them back moving again?
They'll be looking for something here, anything to seize that momentum back. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Now Tune. And that is incomplete.
Well, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away, turns into a nice play.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This is fielded at the 27. It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. And the football going back to the Vikings offense. The defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Addison hauls it in. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Looking to throw. McCarthy. Looking for Addison again, and he's got him again. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16, and another 1st down.
My goodness, they've come out locked in on this drive. Play calling, execution, they are fully in sync. 3 straight passes, 3 1st downs. They're moving the ball downfield almost at will. This defense really struggling to find answers.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. There's the stiff arm. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. 3rd and 5. Back to throw again. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
And his kick is indeed good, and that'll make this an 8-point game. So 3 points, maybe not a grand prize at this stage, but it does get them back within 1 score.
It certainly does, because now they stay within shouting distance, so that means everyone on your sideline stays engaged in this game. They know they still have a shot.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you know, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire that sometimes goes away a little bit when you build up a lead. You think you've got it going, and you also think at any moment I can go ahead and go back to the way it was before. You and I both know it's not that easy once you get off the gas a little.
Yeah, they don't want to see this lead diminish anymore. On first down, counter plowing ahead for about 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
And they'll hold him to 3 there as he takes this up to the 47. They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Here's Tune. And this is going to be incomplete.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. Justin Jefferson and the rest of this offense, they've got their helmets back on, and they're ready for this next series. Let's see here, Charles. 6 catches, over 100 yards. Call that a pretty good day at the office.
And I love the accumulation, the catches, the yardage. That means he's having a pretty good impact on this ball game and really helping his team out in a big way.
Means he wants the football again, right?
And it's funny because some of these receivers are very vocal about how much they're getting it. Others are quieter, but they still let you know, give me the ball, I'm going to make a play.
On second down, it's Jones. Able to slither by. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 90 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. And that'll bring up 4th down on the big sack with a loss of 5.
And here's Ryan Wright now
as he's on to punt for Minnesota.
On the return, Dortch.
That'll go as a 39-yard punt, give him 9 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now, what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
Connor going to get it again on 2nd down. And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's Cardinal football. They're also out in front of the scoreboard as we get set for the 4th.
Open man here is Benson. And he is going to have a Cardinals 1st down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10.
On play action, here's Ritter.
Buying time to his left. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Sometimes I get almost mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, those eyes that carry their feet to open spaces, make people miss. I just love watching those guys go to work.
Ritter on 1st and 10.
And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield.
Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game.
He's known for his legs and his fancy footwork, but he's not getting much of a chance to use it here. The defense continued to hold the upper hand by bringing him down on that play.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down.
Ritter to throw it.
He finds his man, complete. It's Benson. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that'll make it 3rd and 13.
Working from the gun, Ritter.
And that is incomplete. Here comes the Cardinals punter now as he's on to kick it away. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line.
Minnesota's offense takes over possession. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Some teams like to start aggressive to begin a drive, but this is still what you expect to see in normal situations. Just call a simple run, get a few yards to begin the series, and set yourself up for something bigger on 2nd down.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
At this point in the second half, one mistake on a forced throw could doom your chances of a comeback, so that's the right call there to just throw that one away.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
And here's Ryan Wright now.
Standing just outside his own goal line. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line.
The Cardinals offense ready to set up shop. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Yeah, and that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker, and we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And when you're in a one-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football into places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
Ritter throwing on 3rd down.
He finds his man, complete. That's Benson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Cardinals 1st down as well.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here, down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Benson.
And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
First down. Here's Ritter.
This pass complete to Higgins. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
On 2nd down, Ritter.
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Now, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
Now, that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the 1st down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
Ready up. And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down.
Ritter.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. So that's a decision that could loom pretty large here. They go for it on 4th down, but come up empty.
But I actually like the call, and the reason? It shows me a head coach has faith in his team overall. First, on the offensive side, thinking they can pick it up, but also knowing that he has faith in his defense that if they don't, they'll go out there and stop them. I like the confidence he showed.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. To throw is Darnold. Flushed out right. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard stripe. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front, and a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that 4th down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so. But maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
On 1st down, Ritter. That's caught. It's Chris Moore. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. From the 41, here's 2nd and 3. Ritter from the gun. Open man is Higgins. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another 1st down.
And that's why defensive coaches preach swarming to the football. It's usually going to take more than one guy to get that big man down.
And it did right there. Multiple broken tackles, but they eventually get him down. And he'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. Ritter will set up to throw it. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
Ritter now. He finds his man, complete. It's Benson. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here comes the Cardinals punter now. They'll boot it away from about his 35. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. And out now come the Vikings. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Now a handoff to Chandler. And he'll get about 2 there to the 36.
But that's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
So So a change of possession here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Ritter. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Ritter back to throw.
Dancing to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the 1st.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go. And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down.
So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up.
And this won't be enough to pick up the 1st. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
They'll run with Carter. And now Carter going to be stopped up short. He did not get there.
The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
So Sam Darnold in the offense. Down by 11. Just over a minute, 40 to play.
Here's Darnold.
You can't say the preseason. And this is intercepted. And that should do it.
Picked off by Mack Wilson.
And the return will stop right around the 25.
Well, obviously, Charles, this stage of the game, down 2 scores, they had to put the football in the air. Unfortunately, it gets picked off.
And the criticism comes easily in situations like this, but you just laid it out. Look where they are on the scoreboard. Look at where the clock is in the game. He has to take a chance here and try and get the ball downfield to his receivers. Unfortunately, it was picked off.
And we'll see if the defense wants to stop it as they take the knee.
2nd and 11 now.
Up the middle they go. Benson. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Down to a knee goes Ritter, and that should be enough to finish this one off.
And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them this one is now planted.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. From Minneapolis, so long, everybody.